mind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta fix my hat, guys. It's ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alex Stein. It's only 3 episodes left, and I'm so sad. I'm crashing out, but I just want to say we still have an incredible episode. But we were supposed to have on 607 Unk, but he kept on smoking marijuana in the dressing room, and the security asked him to go to the car, and then they tried to come back in and smoke some more marijuana, and Jimmy was like, can y'all go smoke in the car? And then I guess they got in the car and drove off. So 607 Unk is canceling, and then my friend Tim Pool is supposed to call in, so I'm about to text him and tell him he better get his ass on the show. So with all that being said, let's welcome on a friend of mine, a guy that made this program so iconic. The one, the only. He is a man of many names. Blackjack, Tiny, Big Nasty. The one, the only.
What's up, everybody? How everybody doing out there?
Does it feel good to be back?
Oh, man, it feels great, man.
It feels good to have you back.
You know what I'm saying, man? Being on the Alex Stein show, man, what an honor, man. You know what I'm saying? He's done so much for me. It's just a privilege to be here, man.
I know, but you've really done more for me because your viral video is our #1 video. I mean, Jimmy, can you believe that? That's still our top-ranked video, right?
By a lot, yeah.
Do not say it like that, Jimmy. Asshole. Jimmy's
No, it was a compliment to Big Tiny. And you wrote the damn thing, so you get credit.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'm about to text Tim. I'm getting all these messages. Yeah, so things are crazy. A lot of new things that are happening, Tiny. My biological stepfather just interviewed the one, the only Nick Fuentes, another friend of the show. And yeah, a lot of people are excited. Some people are not so excited about it. You know how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm actually excited for it. Now, some of the biggest complaints, before I text Tim, before I bug Tim, I want to kind of go over some of this Fuentes stuff, kind of get it out of the way, and then we can kind of ask Tim for a refresher. But I thought SOT #1, this is so crazy. So before we play it real quick, Tiny, you know, in the black community, there's a lot of men, what they call down low brothers, right? You're familiar with this. And can you explain what a down low brother is to the audience for the people that might not know?
A down low brother?
Mm-hmm.
A down low brother is a brother, man, that just gets down with this everything, anything, man. You know what I'm saying? Anything, just out there. You know what I'm saying? They just a little wild, crazy as hell, man.
Down low, and they like to have gay sex is one of the things.
Exactly, they big into that, man. Love playing in that backyard. You know,
they do like the backyard more than the front yard. They definitely like the backyard. Is kind of where they hang out. Yeah, they sure do. That is their favorite place to hang. But yeah, so our friend of the show, Nick Fuentes, has been accused of being down low. Now, I do not think Nick is down low by any means, but this is a conspiracy that has been spread by my biological stepfather. Tucker has accused Nick Fuentes of being gay, and I think that, you know, is unfair. Nick is a guy that has chosen to be celibate on purpose, and I can respect that. I know that that is uncommon because all of you guys are perverts and you guys are all trying to bust a nut, and I get that because I've busted a lot of nuts myself. So, yeah, I get it, Nick, and I respect his purity. But let's watch this clip of Tucker kind of coming full circle with Nick Fuentes' sexuality.
So what are the other factors that prevent, I'm sorry I called you gay, by the way, but I'm always, I think I'm just too old or something. I'm like, what? Why is anyone married? You tell me, why aren't people married?
Well, I mean,
okay, pause
honestly,
it. What a segue. We got to watch that again one more time. Tucker is a master at this. I mean, he apologized for calling him gay and then immediately segued into, oh, I'm sorry, but because society and men are not having as many babies as that I'm used to, so I'm sorry that I think everybody's gay. But I think Tucker does have a very strong point. I think Tucker's right. Like, well, I don't have a kid. A lot of people my age don't have kids, where the birth rate is declining rapidly, especially amongst white educated men, which is probably not a good sign. But I just love the way he said that. I'm sorry I called you gay. Let's watch that one more time from the beginning. That is just
so what are the other factors that prevent, I'm sorry I called you gay, by the way, but I'm always, I think I'm just, so what are the other factors that prevent, I'm sorry I called you gay, by the way, but I'm always, I think I'm just too old or something. I'm like, what? Why is anyone married? You tell me, why aren't people married?
One more time.
Well,
So what are the other factors that prevent, I'm sorry I called you gay, by the way. So what are the other factors that prevent, I'm sorry I called you gay, by the way. But I'm
Look
always,
at Nick's
I
face.
think I'm
Pause it
just
on
too
Nick's
old or
face
something.
after. Okay, even Nick's like, fuck you, Tucker. Like, Nick's like, you know what Nick's saying? Like, bring out some pussy right now. I'll fuck it. I'll have sex with it right now. You think that's so funny? You think I'm gay, Tucker? No, Nick would not do that. What do you think about? Do you think that those accusations are fair, Tiny?
I'm sorry I called you gay, by the way.
Nah, man, he don't know the guy, man. I don't know if he's gay or not, He shouldn't just be accusing people like that, man.
I know of Tucker. I mean,
know what I'm saying?
and Tucker's a great journalist. He's a great journalist. But that word gets thrown around now. So necessarily, excuse me, when somebody calls you gay, they don't necessarily mean that you are having gay sex with a man. That could mean you're just not that cool because it's used as just a derogatory, simplified word for saying something's not cool. Okay. Now, this was so awesome. This is like the Spider-Man meme in real life. Now, I love Tucker. I got the Tucker hat. Tucker's helped me out so much. He's my biological stepfather, his family. And Nick Fuentes, he's having a generational run. I can't say a lot of negative things about what Nick is doing right now. He's definitely dominating. But a lot of accusations have been thrown at both Tucker and Nick that they are both cops. One is that Tucker's in the CIA because allegedly his dad was in the CIA, and there's kind of conflicting stories from Tucker kind of detailing his dad's involvement and then detailing his lack of knowledge of his dad's involvement. But the timeline, it's just the timeline doesn't fit. Sometimes he says he didn't know, but then he's on another podcast saying he kind of did know. So listen, I don't know. It's his family life. It's his personal life. He's a public figure, but how much of his personal life do I really get to be privy to? I guess I think he gives us enough information. My point is, whether he's CIA or not, I love him, and we don't want the CIA to come shoot us with a heart attack gun. So we should like the CIA. They're pretty powerful people. So I don't really like the FBI that much. Actually, I love you, Cash App Patel. You're doing great. You know what I mean? So if he's in the CIA, well, that's even more reason to like him in a way. I know that sounds counterproductive to a freedom and liberty movement, but it is what it is. So Nick has also been accused, because of his involvement on January 6th, of also being a criminal informant. And they say this is because he was on the no-fly list and then he was able to get back on the fly list, which I don't necessarily think is true.
Okay.
But that's what they say. They say that he might be a Fed. Both of these upstanding gentlemen have been accused of being a cop, and I don't agree with either of them. And I'll say if they are cops, they were probably forced into being a snitch if they are snitches. And I'm not saying that's a good position to be in or that really excuses their behavior. But if you and I were in their situation, and they're putting the screws to you, trust me, I've seen people sell out their mother and their sister, their brother, their own children for a Coca-Cola while I was watching First 48, on a murder charge. You've seen that, or they'll tell on everybody for a McDonald's double cheeseburger.
Yeah, I sold my grandmother out to the cartels, man. So
for some food, for just some
over a snack, man. So what I'm saying. So that's how it is sometimes. Rough out here.
It is rough out here, guys. You can get literally just. There's people that have done much worse for much less. So let's watch both of them have an epiphany that they're neither feds. I like this.
Okay.
It's got to be bigger than just like us, right? And it's not. I don't think. Well, I'll speak for myself. I don't feel like I'm at war with the neocons or Israel. It's much bigger than that. It's like you want to restore America to a place where your grandchildren would enjoy growing up. That's it.
yeah.
Right.
Well, and as far as Marjorie,
So it's not who cares. You know what I mean? Like, okay, lots of people hurt my. If Dave Rubin called me tonight, which he would never do, though he has my cell, and said, I'm really sorry I called you Hitler. Like, I didn't mean it. You're raising lots of legitimate questions, which I think I sort of agree with or am thinking about in a deeper way. I'd be like, great.
yeah.
Like, I don't care.
And look, Tucker, that's why I'm sitting here,
Right.
I mean, because we had a contentious dialogue.
Well, I
for
thought you were a Fed. I was
and I thought you were a Fed.
I was a Fed.
Yeah.
I'm not a Fed.
Well, I don't know. They might both be, but who cares, right? I mean, they're both very popular and very influential, and they could probably harm us in a very bad way if we spoke against their federal affiliation. So what do you think about being a snitch? Be honest, though. Like street code. What on the streets, what are the snitches? How do they get treated?
Oh, man, they get treated bad. I'm telling you, man, that's one thing you can't do, especially in the black community. you can't be a snitch at all. Yeah, that's one thing you can't do.
Well, luckily,
us.
Tucker and Nick both white. So in our community, in the white community, snitching is not frowned upon. As a matter of fact, it's encouraged. And if you can snitch on a person of color, that's rewarded even better. They'll give you less of a severe punishment because you can actually attack a more vulnerable victim. So yeah, the system is definitely it's definitely cruel and unjust. I'll tell you that much. But now, what is SOT number 3? The ICE protesters? Is this what I didn't?
He talks about crushing ICE protesters.
I don't know if I remember this. I thought I watched the whole podcast. So wait, give me a little more context. This is. Can you give me a little more context?
SOT 3. So this is what Nick Fuentes would do with the ICE protesters if he was in charge. A little longer.
If Nick was in charge, this is what he would do to the ICE protesters. And I'm guessing he's referencing all ICE protesters, but I'm sure that he's probably most affected by the ones that are at the Broadview ICE facility that I went and checked out. Not that I'm some hero or anything. There wasn't hardly anybody there, but I did go and check this out. So in his city of Chicago, he is being affected by these ICE protests. So yeah, let's hear Nick's perspective on what he would do.
Let's hear that.
And I see all the ingredients of like a low boil civil conflict, full-blown civil war. And I'm not that guy, but I see all the ingredients there for that to happen. So I'm deeply concerned about where that will go.
How would you handle it if you were in charge? If you're the president, what do you do about that?
I think maybe this is controversial, but they have to crush the other side. They have to, because you can do one of two things. You cannot challenge the left and let them do their thing, or you can utterly confront them and defeat them and remove hope from the equation. If you resist, you will be arrested. Like, this is an insurrection. There's 10 million people here illegally. We're getting them out. You're rioting. You're going to jail too. Like, it has to be crushed. But if you do anything less than that, if you do in the middle, all you're doing is antagonizing and feeding the other side. And if they think there's a chance they can win, they will get bolder and stronger, and they'll start to rally. And that's when it's sort of like people think it's close or like it's contentious. That's when it breathes. That's when oxygen is fed to this kind of fire. So if I were Trump, I would say screw 200 National Guard, like arrest the mayor of Chicago, like arrest the governor, shut it down, like make it clear, like Washington, bring in the troops and say the federal government is supreme. The immigration law is the law of the land. If you're not on board with that, you're going to jail. If you attack ICE or box them in with your car, you're going to jail for a long time. Anything less than that, you might as well just not even bark up that tree at all.
See, I disagree with this. I want amnesty for all big booty Latinas. I believe that I don't want those ladies deported. Now, I forgot to actually turn it on Restream. So, guys, we are live on Twitter. Thank you guys for watching right now on Twitter. A lot of people are watching on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button. We got a big discrepancy in the amount of viewers and likes, but we do have a lot of people watching. Can you believe this, Tiny? It's our last of 3 shows, and Nick Fuentes and Tucker are on a generational run. I need to go on a generational run, Tiny. I should be on Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, you should.
Talking about Israel.
Yep, you should. Yeah, I agree with you.
I might have to go to Israel now and really kiss the wall now. I thought you get canceled for being anti-Semitic.
Not these days.
Not these days?
Not these days, man. It's crazy.
I'm sick of these Jews. Did the viewers go up?
Yeah, we got a bump.
They did. Did we get a little bump?
Oh, yeah. That sounds good.
I'm sick of their matzo ball eating, lone shark having.
Do we need to disavow the wall on set?
Okay. No, not that far yet.
Okay.
We haven't gone that far yet. No, no. We don't want to know. I just want to. We don't want to go that far yet. We don't want to disavow Mrs. Adelson because she's coming on, right? We're getting the Adelson family on.
Miriam's coming on tomorrow, and that's not a joke.
Guys, we have Miriam Adelson. You know that I went and I confronted the mayor of Dallas, Mayor Johnson, because he did not call out the current Mavericks executive, the front office for firing Nico Harrison, who was the architect of the Luka Doncic trade that basically, tanked the Mavericks franchise and any future hopes of an immediate championship. But now we have Cooper Flag, which rhymes with FAG, bundle of sticks. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yes, you can't replace a white guy with a white guy. You always replace a white guy with an Indian. That's how America works. But there's no Indian basketball players, so we got another white guy. I don't know. I mean, is it possible? Because, Tiny, the NBA is an African-American dominated league.
It is.
What are the chances, though, the Mavericks hit the lottery the first time with Luka Doncic being a white player? Yeah. What are the and then we already had Dirk Nowitzki, who's an iconic white player. Oh, yeah. What are the chances we're going to have 3 of the best white players? I would almost think that it would make Cooper's chances of succeeding very slim because of the 2 people that were ahead of him. Do you think that Cooper will be the...
I'm serious, man. Cooper's going to be a beast.
Is he the next White Hope?
I'm telling you, he is. And you know what? I've been watching this kid for like 2 years. And I was looking at all the hype and stuff because I play basketball also. And, man, I was watching. And, I remember having a conversation with Larry Bird about 4 or 5 years ago in Indiana, because that's where I'm from. And we was like, man, because I'm like, Larry, man, you was the best white player ever. Yeah. Larry was a beast.
Larry was the best.
Man, Larry was the best. And he was saying that would be so nice to them if another white player came in, how much it would grow the league. Stuff like it. I said, I agree with you. Yeah. And this kid here, from watching him, I said, man, I think this kid is it.
You think he's the next Larry Bird?
Oh, man, I'm saying he's also big. You see how he be dunking on people?
Yeah, he knows.
Oh, he nasty, ain't he?
Cooper can play basketball.
Oh, yeah, he can go.
First of all, he hasn't even been on the NBA court, and I'm saying he stinks. I don't think he stinks. I'm just saying the pressure of having 2 superstar white guys, and now we got another white guy. It's like, listen, I hope we hit the lottery for the 3rd time.
We did.
But Cooper has a lot of pressure on his back. Now, has Tim joined or anything? I don't know if I've got a text message. I told him to hit the link. Has he? Not yet. Okay, well, he will. He better, or else I'm gonna file a lawsuit against him. Now, Jimmy, I should have even brought this up before the show, and Paige is probably gonna get mad at me, but I think we probably should address it. Have you guys seen? This is our last week on the show. I don't know. I guess it's the last chance we're gonna be able to address this, and I think we should, even though I hope he's doing okay. Matt Adams is mad at me and blocked me, Jimmy. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not see this. What happened?
I don't know, but I know that he's upset with Nick Sorter and some of the people that were filming in Portland. I don't know why he's mad at them either. I mean, I can kind of understand a little bit. Maybe he doesn't like people fighting, but I don't know. I'm lost. He blocked me, but yeah, so friend of the show.
That's really weird. Yeah, I'm going to see if he blocked me or the Primetime account.
Which is totally fine. And Matt, you don't have to ever like me again, but you know that I let you adopt one of, Lucky's kittens. And you know that I don't care if you hate me now, but I do care about that cat. So please take care of that cat. That is very important to me. So I am worried about baby Peanut. I hope Matt's doing okay. Was just thinking about you, brother. Sorry for whatever I did. I don't know what I did, but whatever it is, I'm sorry. I hope this guy can relax a little bit. He seems like he's an upset guy. He's a big fan of the show, and he was a big Top Shot rat guy. So it's crazy how that works, Tiny. How people come into your life just like you. You came into my life, and you leave, and you come back. Because life is very transient. Life is it's ups and downs. It's a roller coaster. So 1 minute you're happy, the next minute you're stressed out, you have anxiety, and then you see Nick Fuentes go on a podcast and you get really stressed about it because, of course, Israel with the Mossad group chat, they were going crazy about this. So let's watch Last Saw It. Now this is Tucker and Nick talking about racial hatred.
Okay.
We're pulling it up.
There is increasingly a contingent, because what you're talking about exists. When you say that there are people that legitimately detract from this, there is legitimate racial hatred out there.
Big time.
And it's growing. And
I know.
People on our side are afraid to talk about it because they know, like you said, they're going to get called a cuck or a squish or whatever.
Squish.
And I agree with you. The people that are detracting from that need to be called out. And I think there should be no harbor for cruelty, hatred, prejudice, those kinds of things.
And some of them, I'm sorry to be a conspiracy nut. I really try not to be a conspiracy because it's embarrassing,
It's not that embarrassing.
But after January 6th and just finding out the number of FBI personnel in the crowd, it's like, and I've just seen this. David Duke is a great example
I think that there's a lot of sincere people.
But did you cut
For
that
sure.
on?
Oh,
Did you
I
cut that
completely
on
agree.
out of
And they're
context
just
on purpose?
numbskulls, and some of them are legitimately.
No, I know
they,
you didn't edit that way. Pause that. So Tucker, why did it go from David Duke to just another? That's kind of a weird.
You ain't lying.
What?
Fight out?
No, I don't know. I'm saying 1 second he's talking about David Duke, then it goes to something else.
Oh, I cut out some filler shit.
Oh, okay. I was confused. Okay, no, keep going. So we did
see
edit
the
that.
opening that there's legitimate critique of this, and they see an opening to air out their grievances. They get a license to. They think it's okay now, and I do think it's important to differentiate and say that fundamentally, I guess the word that I would use, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, is reassurance, because I think there's a legitimate. There is a legitimate need to reassure people. And this is kind of what I've been doing on these podcasts, that we don't want to harm anybody.
And I agree. And Jimmy, do you feel bad that Unc left because you were being racist towards him for not letting him smoke weed at the Blaze?
I should have been more accepting of him, and that's my bad.
I know, because this is the thing, Tiny, you know Jimmy is a white guy. He's Ivy League educated.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand black culture, and that not every black person smokes weed, but in black culture, smoking weed is accepted, right? It's not frowned upon.
Oh, big time. I was smoking weed since I've been about, 3 months.
Exactly. You were smoking as a baby, and in your culture, that was totally not frowned upon. That was totally accepted. That was okay.
Shit. Yeah, I've been smoking weed a long time, man.
Yeah. And Jimmy, his parents never smoked weed. They're squares. They never let Jimmy braid hair, or smoke weed, or drink Kool-Aid. Nothing to cool. Jimmy had a very
Kool-Aid.
He had a very sheltered upbringing.
Yeah.
So Jimmy, I'm kind of like, this is our last week. We we specially scheduled this so we would have such a huge guest like 607 Unc with Tiny, because they both had such viral videos. I just can't believe your racism and your bigotry caused him to leave.
You know what? That's on me. I just can't help but be racist sometimes.
I know why. I mean, Jimmy, are you gonna from now on for the rest of the week? For the rest of the week, I want you. Did Jimmy say the N-word? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I just couldn't stop yelling it.
No.
You know me.
Don't yell the N-word, but. Well, Jimmy, I mean, I guess you don't have a mic. Maybe Chris can have a mic, but maybe you should come on set a little bit, and we can kind of walk down memory lane until Tim joins, because I know Tim will eventually join. But yeah, I can't believe that Jimmy freaking alienated our guest like that, Tiny. I'm so pissed off.
Yeah, I can't blame you on that, man. Jimmy know better than that, man.
I know.
That shelter life will do it to you, though.
He's been dealing with all these people. This is not the first time he's dealt with like a rap superstar either, and that's what 607 Unc is. He's some sort of a rap superstar, and Jimmy just had to mess it up. And this is our last week, and we're losing viewership. Should we criticize Israel? I do not want to keep giving $3 billion a year to Israel. Israel does not deserve any more of my tax money.
They sure know.
They don't deserve our tax money. Well, Jimmy, this is our last week. Do you feel guilty at all for getting me fired from the Blaze?
I feel guilty about that. I feel guilty about being racist. I just have white guilt every day, every second.
And that's what they told me. Like, that, honestly, like the executives brought me into the office. Like, you're doing great. Like, we think that you did a hell of a job. If it wasn't for Jimmy, you would have been successful and probably could have kept your job. So I'm going to sue you, Jimmy. I'm going to sue you big time for this, for future earnings. I love you all laughing about it. You know my attorney, John Gross.
I know, he's ruthless.
And he's crazy, too. He's very, and he's on furlough. The government shut down, so he has time.
Oh, gosh, no. I've met him, and he is ruthless, and he doesn't care. He'll take on any case if he wants to.
Retired, right? So they have a 401k that maybe potentially I could, get a hold of. Is that something that I could get a hold of or something?
I mean, if you really have to, how much damages are you seeking?
A lot, because I make $78,000 a year here. So that times 3 years, so nearly $300,000.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably a good chunk of my 401k.
That is, no, come on. You better have more than that. Jimmy, are you sad, though, that we're leaving, that the show's over? Like, how do you feel? Because we've been talking every time we're on the phone. Of course, I'm the superstar. It's always about how I'm feeling, right, Tiny? Right? You agree with that? It's about how I feel.
You know what I'm saying?
But I haven't really asked you how you feel, Jimmy, because this has to be kind of a weird transition. You know, if it was because of my great success that you were chosen to be on this program. So, you know, you're very welcome for that. And I know you have had a lot of life changes over the past 3 years.
Yeah.
So how do you feel? How are you handling this transitional stage of your life?
I mean, it's definitely the craziest, most fun 3 years of my life. And I'm not just saying that. I've gotten to meet people I never thought I'd gotten to meet. I've gotten to
Tiffany Gomez?
Mostly Tiffany Gomez.
You're a little too friendly with Tiffany Gomez.
Yeah, no, I haven't been back to her house since election night.
Because you spent the night there with Darius and acted, I mean, not like a guest should act. You know, there are...
No, it was, yeah. She hadn't invited me back.
Yeah,
really.
so you alienated her, and then Laura Trump you alienated as well, because Laura texted me that. She said that you alienated her.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's news
She
to
didn't
me.
like your baby. Said,
Yeah.
baby Tiffany, she didn't like some of baby Tiffany's
Baby Tiff did throw up a little on
She didn't like that on Laura's dress that she was planning on wearing to the RNC that year. So, yeah, so it's not just her dress. Oh, we got our guy. All right, wait, stay on real quick. Guys, you know him. You love him. He's got the best skate park in America. He's got the best podcast in America. And he's got the best coffee in America. Welcome on, my friend, Tim Pool. Is that Tim? Tim! Oh, my God, Tim, you're there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you sound great. Oh, my God. My producer, Jimmy, said you were going to come on. Jimmy, didn't you say it?
I said that. I said that. I was racist to the guests.
And you said Tim Pool's too cool. You said Tim Pool's too cool to come on the show. You're getting fired from your job, Alex. Tim Pool's never going to associate with you. Remember, you said that, Jimmy, and you're wrong.
I would not shut up about it. You are correct. So, Tim, it is so good to virtually meet you. And I'm sorry I said those things.
You'll never see him ever again, Jimmy, you idiot. Okay, Tim, real quick, I want to ask you something. We only got you. You got a great show this evening. Everybody's freaking out about Tucker and Nick. I love it. You know my opinions. I wanted to interview the craziest people. But do you, let's just be an honest criticism. Do you think he should have pressed him like he pressed Ted Cruz? Like, did he miss the boat? Because I don't really think so, but what do you think?
I'm not here to police Tucker Carlson's opinions. Tucker Carlson can have whatever opinions he wants. And it seems like there are a lot of people who want to tell Tucker or tell you or tell me what opinions we're supposed to have. And so the fact that they're outraged over this Nick thing is totally fake. I'll tell you why. Because I've had on my show communists that are in favor of abortions up to 9 months and sex changes for kids, and people on the right, they go, yeah, you debate him. Man, that clip was awesome, Tim. And then we announced that we're going to have Nick on the show, and they're attacking me and they're insulting me. We haven't even had him on the show yet. Like he rescheduled, and they're posting like, oh my God, look how Tim has fallen, blah blah blah. You don't even know what we're going to say yet. So I don't believe any of the Tucker criticism is legitimate. I think they just don't like Nick's opinions. And I'll tell you what the truth is. And this is bad for the right. They're acting like Nick is such a threat, you can't interview him. But they don't care when you interview communists. And I think it's really obvious why, because these conservatives know that you bring on a communist, no one's going to agree with them. But they fear you bring on Nick Fuentes and people might. That's why they don't want you to platform him.
No, that's exactly right, because Nick Fuentes is actually likable, and his arguments are actually, they align more with the audience that they're trying to be a part of. So I think that's why Nick is a bigger threat than Hassan Piker, and it's obvious why. You can see the reaction. So, Tim, we got a big announcement, the culture war, the pimp on a blimp. You've been so gracious to show here at the Blaze. We got a lot of things cooking, but, we're just going to be very vague about stuff. But so November 8th, we get to do a live show in D.C. with Emily Saves America, Myron, and Brian Shapiro. You went viral for yelling at him. He's a nice guy, but an idiot. What did you think about that and those viral clips?
No, I agree. You're right. He's a nice guy, but you know what it is? What I find with all these liberals that debate, they're motivated not by what's true or how a system functions. They're motivated by what people think. So almost every debate is, hey, I don't like Trump, therefore the facts about him are true. And my argument is, I don't care if you like him or don't like him. Are the facts true or not? And then when I find out like the 34 felony counts are fake and have no underlying crime for the first time in U.S. history, aggravated charges, no underlying crime, my attitude is, oh, so that's fake. That's not real. But these people don't care because they hate Trump. They're emotionally attached to their hatred. So anything bad about Trump must be correct, regardless of the facts they support it. The debate's ultimately going to come out. And this is what I said to Brian Shapiro. I said, I don't know why we're debating if you don't know anything about these facts. If your argument is, I don't like Trump, my response is, okay, that was always allowed.
Yeah.
If we're going to argue the facts, well, you're ill-equipped for it.
Well, and if you're going to argue the facts, it's on appeal. So, it's the case is still pending. So, I think that was kind of that was like the whole trump card where he even admitted that you were right. So, no, you crushed him in that. But can you tell us a little bit, Tim, with the Boonies, I know you're creating live skate content. You're doing the Culture War. Michael Knowles is doing a similar show. We love Daily Wire, Michael Knowles. But can you tell us a little bit about Culture War and why you want to do live debates and why that's so important when you see Nick and all of the people that are getting mad and Nick and Tucker having a conversation?
I mean, for several reasons. I mean, for one, the Culture War show that we do, it's like at a bar, everyone's laughing. It's entertaining. So it's sort of fusing, it's taking a comedic element into the political debate space that we think can help bring in regular people to have a good time. The good time and the laughs can help diffuse some of that heightened tensions between left and right. And, at our first pilot episode with Pisco, the liberal guy, he pulled some like semantic debate tactic and mocked me. And then I waited for the right moment to spring it back on him, and everyone started laughing at him. And then he fist bumped me. He's like, you got me. Because it was more like, we disagree, but we're getting along, we're having a good time. So I think it's a great opportunity to have a laugh with our friend Alex Stein at a bar with a bunch of people. And, we're going to get heated because that's what we do. But I feel like it's kind of a dam in the political tensions that if we can have liberals willing to have this debate and we can share this among left and right, then maybe we won't break past the point of no return. To be honest, I don't know if it's possible. Maybe it's not possible. But we're trying and we're having a good time doing it.
No, we are. And there's something different. Like, we can yell into a microphone all day in front of a camera, but when you do it in front of a live audience, just the stakes are higher. It makes it more entertaining. And so that's why I think that's what separates this show from all other shows that you see because of the live element. So it's incredible. Okay, Tim, what do you got for us before you go? I know you're busy. Thank you for coming on. And finally, I consider you one of my good buddies, and I had to beg you to come on, which I appreciate you making time. I know you're busy. But my point is, I can't believe this is my last week on the blimp, Tim. Can I move in? Do you have an extra bedroom? I need one of the trailers. Can I move in to
You're going to move to D.C., Alex?
No, I'm going to be in Charlotte. I don't think you live in D.C., Tim. That's one thing. I think I'm going to be living in West Virginia is where I'm moving right now. So
D.C. area. It's the same thing. We do have a blimp.
Enough. Yeah, you do have a blimp there. I know. You do accommodate me well.
Maybe we just put your face on it and fly it around.
You accommodate me too well, so Tim, I would never complain. No, I'm telling you, as my friend, Tim, the fact that you associate with me is an honor and privilege, and I know that you and I teaming up with your clout and my wherewithal, we can book some incredible shows, and we can make a show that's going to change the whole entire internet landscape. So, it's an honor and privilege to even be a part of a project with you. And everybody needs to go support Tim and all of your hard work at the Boonies. And last thing I want to say, those Liquid Death douchebags, really and truly, though, that guy's crashing out. Do you not kind of feel sorry for them? I started to feel sorry for the guy towards the end of it.
I mean, I do, because he was tweeting at people like days later.
Yeah.
And here's the truth. When we wrapped that debate, I was just like, all right, well, if you're going to change the marketing, then that's really my only complaint. I like the drinks. So if you mean it, then do it. He's like, yeah, for sure. And what ends up happening is a bunch of people are tweeting about this $1 million bet he made. So I responded with, give the $1 million to Five Gyres. It's the company he's already partnered with. Basically what I said was, it's over. I literally said, the $1 million bet, give it to the people you are already giving it to. Like, that's it. Nothing happens. There's no beef. He got mad and tweets demanding I give him a public apology. And I'm just like, holy crap. Like, this dude, like, it was over. And I said, fine. So we filed an FTC complaint.
Yeah, we saw
it's filed. It is filed. And we contemplate, there's 3 principal points. We contemplated doing a press release for it. And we're like, maybe we want to wait a little while before we do like a press release. Like we legit, look, man, I said I was going to do it. I'm going to do it. I did.
Tim, that's the
And
problem.
so
is never pick a fight with Tim Pool. I'll tell you this much. Like, Tim, it would never pick a fight with Tim Pool. I'm serious, but keep going. I'm not going to get into anything else.
He could have walked away and I was fine with it, but he showed that he as a CEO was unwilling to accept fault, to admit fault, and to recognize the errors that he made. I said, okay, this guy is too big for his britches. And so here's the thing. He tweets at me like, if you're going to make a legal complaint, you can talk to my lawyers. And my response was, I don't need to talk to your lawyers. Your lawyers can talk to the U.S. government. The FTC is a government it's a department.
Yeah.
They're going to go
Trade
after you.
Commission, good luck.
I got nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So we sent it off. I called my lawyers. I said, here's the podcast. Watch it. Here's my argument. I wrote up a draft. They went through it. They structured this whole thing out. All the arguments we have about deceptive practices, like you can't say death to plastic and then sell people plastic, right? That is misleading.
Well, it's misleading because you sell it based on the fact that you're giving it away. You know, that's part of the marketing of it. So it's false advertising.
Not only that, but there's two factors to the death to plastic. It's that the implication is that there's no plastic in the product. You're buying something that's plastic free. He even acknowledged on the show, but the other thing he said was infinite recyclability, which is a lie that he's been getting away with. Here's the truth. Aluminum is infinitely recyclable, but still requires what's called virgin aluminum for structural support for new products. So you can argue as a marketing term, infinitely recyclable. What he's done is he's taken what applies to aluminum and applied it to his cans, which have ink and presumably ink, and have plastic liners, which can't be recycled. So when you tell someone death to plastic, our aluminum cans are infinitely recyclable, you are saying to them there's no plastic, especially when the dude goes on his website and says plastic can't be recycled. He's implying his cans don't have any. And so that is deceptive and misleading, and there's a lot of people pissed off about it. And all he had to do was say, you got me, you're right, we made a mistake. Instead, he said, F you, you apologize to me and my company. For him lying? I ain't doing that. So I called my lawyer and said, write it up, let's roll, and we sent it out.
Yeah, well.
So we'll see what happens. And it's crazy. The dude, I tweeted at him like, I feel bad. I'm like, bro, you need media training, you need legal training, because you're tweeting now. This was like a week or two ago. Somebody tweeted with someone with 15,000 followers that he had committed fraud, effectively saying that he committed fraud because he claimed they never gave 10% donations, despite their website saying it. And then he went on to say, we're going to fire the guy who wrote that. Bro, they claimed it for years. They were giving 10%.
On the website. I saw the way back when you pulled it up. Yeah, they was on their website.
It's not just that, though. There's 3 years of sources we found where third-party sources were saying they claim 10%. So what happens is this woman tweets, he responds with his legalese, like, we have always given the appropriate amount of donations. And I'm just like, dude, if you would just shut up, you would not have to try to refute accusations of fraud. And then he finally stopped tweeting, and I'm like, geez. So we were going to do a press release on the FTC complaint, but I'm kind of like, I don't know if I need to stress this guy out anymore. He's going to, I can't imagine that he keeps his job. Look, if he's got investors like Live Nation or whatever,
it's a publicly traded company. I mean, right? That's the thing. It's like maybe he's on the outskirts already. Maybe that's why he's worried. That's why I think it's weird that he's reacting like this, because if you are the CEO of a company, you don't get involved in Twitter beefs with Tim Pool, with anybody. I mean, first of all, not a person that has a huge following, and second of all, not with a 15,000 account and giving some smaller account clout. So
it was wild. I think, he's never been challenged before. He's been a small company for a long time. He doesn't realize that he's in the big leagues now with $333 million in sales. And that when you're selling 1,000 cans a week or whatever, and you say death to plastic, nobody cares. Yeah. But when you're stocked up at Live Nation events and you are arrogant in how you approach this, you're going to find more and more people getting angry. And I'm going to say last time, all he had to do was just tweet and be like, dude, we really didn't even think about it. We are sorry, we're going to fix it. Instead, he was just like, nah, I can do what I want. So, but I got to get ready, brother.
See you, Tim. Thank you. See you in less than 2 weeks, brother. Thank you, Tim.
Right,
you're the man. Have a good show. Everybody watch the show. Go watch Tim's show tonight. Tim's the man. Tiny, can you believe it? That guy is, that's my richest friend. Well, second richest. Tucker's first richest, but he's my dad. So I guess Tim is my richest friend. All right. Tucker's my richest family member. Do I have any friends richer than Tim, Jimmy?
I mean, do you consider the Trump family your friend? Like Lara?
Yeah, I mean, just who has more money? That's a good one. They were being so gauche and being so rude right now, but I actually kind of like this thought experiment for the people watching. Who is richer, you think, Laura and Eric Trump or Tim Pool? I would almost argue Tim probably generates more money, but then, no disrespect to Tim, Eric is the president's son, and the president's a billionaire. So, I mean, what do you think, Jimmy? Is it Eric?
I would say so.
I guess it has to be, only because Tim Pool has name recognition, but then with Eric, when you deal with Eric, you get the Trump recognition. So, no disrespect to Tim Pool, the Trump name is the most expensive brand recognition marketing name. Like, is there a last name bigger than Trump? I mean, in America or in the world, for that matter?
No, I don't think in the world.
Yeah, so Trump. I think Eric Trump having the keys to the Trump
Maybe
throne.
Jenner.
Maybe who?
Jenner.
Yeah, or Kardashian, but I don't even think they're on Trump's level, obviously. Because that's the thing. I gotta talk. And this is my big complaint. We didn't get into Tim's complaints about Trump, but there are some complaints about Trump. I feel like Trump values money too much. And I know people are going to say, well, he doesn't take a salary, this and that. But let's just be real. Tucker, I mean, and I said Tucker, but I mean Trump. And Tucker, I guess, is the same way because he has donors. Like, you're always going to be, friendliest to your biggest donors. It's just how the game works. So it's not even really a shot at Donald Trump. I'm just saying when people are donating lots of money, it's impossible for them not to be influential. So I guess that's my complaint. Sometimes I feel like the people that are in Donald Trump's inner circle now, some of them are America first, but some of them are America equal and with some other countries. And I don't know if that is the best strategy when it comes to me as an American taxpaying citizen. How I want our resources allocated, but it is what it is. Yeah. What are your complaints about Trump so far? Like any big complaints? Because I know in Vegas a lot of Canadians aren't going to Vegas, so they're mad at Trump in Vegas, aren't they?
Very bad. They're very mad. We're losing so many people over there. It's crazy.
In Vegas, and who else is? And didn't he do something with gambling? So in Vegas right now, they're mad at Trump.
And then the tips, they're not paying those out either.
They're still taxing on him too, aren't they? Jimmy, did they not do no tax on tips yet?
It's kind of unclear. I don't think
it's taking so long. We've been in here 9 months.
Yeah, sure I have. Yeah.
Did they discuss this? Did Nick and Tucker discuss this?
Yeah, the tax on tips thing. It was like only a specific amount of tips, and it's like after a certain amount, so it's kind of not that great.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
But Jimmy, a lot of companies ain't even giving it to the employees at all. They ain't setting it up. Yeah,
they're just like tip hogging.
Man.
I know that happens at the stadiums. A lot of people didn't realize. Every time you go to these big stadiums, the Cowboys Stadium, it's got this. It's like we use the same concession company as the Yankees. I forget what it's called. It's called like Blue Star Concession or something. Okay. Yeah. And there's a conspiracy surrounding that at all the concession stands. Every time you swipe your card, whether you're buying like peanuts and Cracker Jacks or whatever, soda, turkey burger, or whatever you're buying. There's always a kiosk that says tip, 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 and it puts like 3 amounts, 15%, 20%, 25%. Allegedly, at these stadiums, when you click that tip button, it doesn't go to the workers. It goes to the concession company. So the tips don't even go to the damn workers. So that's kind of bullshit, if you ask me. I mean, Jimmy, what do you think about that?
Well, that kind of reminds me. CVS got sued because when you check out, you can say round up or donate $1 to change children's.
And what, were they not donating it to the right place?
No, they were hoarding it to pay off a lawsuit to the government.
Wow, see what I'm saying? Rip off, just a rip off.
And if you can't trust CVS, that's where I get all my pills, Jimmy.
Well, I hope you weren't donating to the children's hospital because you were paying your legal fees.
They're not jacking with my pills, are they? I need those pills.
No, their pills are probably good.
They make sure my brain doesn't go berserk.
I mean, have you considered staying off the pills?
No, the
that
doctor
could be
says
the
I
issue.
need to take more lately. I've been telling him I'm more anxious. He said I need to be taking more and more and more.
Wow.
He says lithium's good for me.
It is, man.
Are you on lithium too?
A little bit, man. A little bit.
I know, and I just started lithium, and it's been my nose has been bleeding every night though. Before I go to bed, my nose is just gushing blood. Jimmy, can you
stop picking it?
There is some help for my brain. Can you chat GPT what that means if my nose is bleeding every night?
I'll search right now.
And there's blood in my fecal matter as well.
My nose bleeds.
And there's blood in my fecal matter?
Every night, blood in my fecal matter. This should be fun.
And I have a rash on my foot, or my foot is constantly bleeding.
You should see a doctor immediately because bleeding from both ends of the body, such as nosebleed and blood and stool, can indicate a serious gastrointestinal GI bleeding issue.
What?
Whoa, that doesn't sound good.
Well, that sound good at all,
Are
Alex.
you sure that's real ChatGPT, or is that?
Yeah.
And it says I need to go to the doctor because I lose my health insurance in 2 days.
Yeah, it says it says you might be swallowed blood from your nosebleed, which is
I think I accidentally swallowed some glass.
That could definitely be it too. It could be an ulcer, irritable.
Oh, that's probably what it is because I was smoking some methamphetamine out of a glass light bulb with some homeless people before the show, and I accidentally bit into it, and I think I swallowed a little bit of the glass.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's probably what it is.
That'll do it.
Jimmy, I threw the SOTs for the rest of the show, so I don't even know what elements we have.
Well, we have the tweet reactions to Nick Fuentes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, we got to go through the reactions. Okay, yeah, I can see this. Oh, my gosh, you know who's crashing out so much? The king of curry, Dinesh D'Souza. Let's watch him freak out, and he posts like a jilted lover. And I'll call out Candace, too, even though I think Candace is a black Nubian princess queen who I respect. I don't know if I like posting the text messages, even if it proves your point right. And, I mean, I get it, Candace, but, like, the one she posted of Charlie made Charlie look a little feminine. You know what I mean? I don't even want to pull those up because it was, like, kind of some yes queening. And I'm sure he was just kind of talking with a black accent to try to appeal to his friend, but it's kind of like how sometimes Tiny, and I don't even use this word with you, and I probably could secretly, the N-word. Sometimes, that's the white people, they'll talk in a black accent. It's the way of saying the N-word without saying the N-word. It's like,
exactly,
you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm with my black friend, so I can kind of act like a black accent a little.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Some white guys go so crazy they say the N-word. I'm not saying I got it like that, but you know what I mean? Like when you're with your friends, you kind of take on some of their affect.
Yeah, a lot of my friends say that too.
Yeah, so Charlie texted this to Dinesh, and he said, this was a massive mistake that you did this. He's vermin, and you just gave him one of the biggest boosts of his career from Charlie. Now, I mean, I don't really know. I guess I understand Dinesh's point that Dinesh is saying that Charlie does not like Nick, but I don't think that was the debate, right? Like, I don't know. I guess he's just, him posting this only verifies what we already knew. So that's why I think it was unnecessary for him to post this, but keep going. What else did he say about this tweet though? What was his reference, or what context did he give it?
So basically, this was after Dinesh. So I'm posting 2 text exchanges with Charlie where he calls Nick Fuentes vermin and insists even my debating him and defeating his arguments nevertheless amplifies him. One can only imagine what Charlie would say about Tucker's butt-licking interview with Fuentes.
He would not like it. He would not like it, but Charlie believes in the First Amendment. He's not going to cancel his friend Tucker. I mean, Nick Fuentes has been going after J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance doesn't like Nick Fuentes. I don't think J.D. Vance is going to stop being friends with Tucker. See, these people don't understand, like they want to give everybody these purity tests, and once you start doing that, you're just as bad as the left. Like, you're just as bad as the ones that we're trying to be, quote unquote, fighting against. And the hypocrisy that you're seeing from and I don't know how else to describe them, but I'll call them the Israel First people, that are the unfair amount of pressure that they're trying to put on Turning Point to punish Tucker because that's what they think that Charlie would have wanted. It's like one of the sickest, most demented, control freak purity tests that I've ever seen in my modern experience online, and it's really kind of made me.
Well, that's actually what Dave Rubin said. We have his tweet.
Oh, let's see his tweet.
So it's full screen 4. Turning Point will ultimately have to make a decision to honor Charlie or not.
I don't understand why this is the thing. Even if Turning Point, which I love and respect Turning Point, even if they cancel Tucker, which I do not think they would do, because I mean, I don't know. I don't have any control of the executives, but they know that Charlie chose Tucker to speak there. So, I just think that they're going to honor Charlie's last wishes, but I don't know. I don't have any control over the situation. So, I mean, it's just kind of it's a weird situation that Dave Rubin, even if they got what they wanted and Tucker didn't speak, they wouldn't, I guess they would feel like they got some sort of cultural win, but if they would just shut up about it and just let Tucker speak and not make such a big deal about it, it wouldn't be such a big deal. Like, they're the ones doing the Streisand effect by making him like this pariah and this horrible person that if he goes and gives a 30-minute speech at a political conference, like that's the end-all be-all to conservative politics. It's ludicrous to think that. And the victimhood mentality that you're seeing from people like, dare I say, Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro, like they are feeling like they're being personally attacked because somebody on one particular issue, the country of Israel, is going to speak at a political conference for 30 minutes. They're acting like it is literally the end of conservative politics altogether, which is why they're losing support, because that's not how the majority of people feel. And the majority of people on the right don't like cancel culture. They all got canceled and fired from their jobs for not getting vaccinated. So they don't like to see people on the right giving purity tests and making people to follow unwritten rules to make sure that we're polite. Like, we're polite. We got to be polite. We can't talk to people that are impolite or say words that we don't like, so we can't have conversations with them. And Tim made such a good point. It's like, I could talk to some blue-haired, leftist, furry, and yeah, there might be some people who's like, you shouldn't do that, but nobody would really be mad about it. As a matter of fact, they'd watch it, they'd share the clips, they would like it.
Exactly.
But if you have Nick Fuentes on and you agree with him on 98% of his stuff and you disagree with him on 2%, like that means that the 2% you disagree on with him, you co-sign all of that, and you're just this bad, horrible, evil person for having somebody on that you mainly agree with. So it's like, make that make sense. There's one side that literally wants to kill you and wants to make your life a living hell. And there's one side that wants to put America first and not a foreign country in the Middle East. So I just think that the dichotomy of the two are so glaringly different that it's an easy choice to make for anybody that's paying attention. But Ted Cruz is going crazy too. And I asked him this question. I said, did Tucker, was it a missed opportunity for Tucker to not go as hard on Nick Fuentes as he did with Ted Cruz? But I don't personally think so, because Ted Cruz is an elected politician. Every single time and I apologize. I want to apologize right now, and I hope this doesn't hurt future opportunities with other elected officials. And I know there's some that I'm friends with, and the ones that I'm friends with, I'm not going to attack. But when you interview a politician, you're supposed to press them. We're supposed to be pressing them. And that doesn't mean you have to be like necessarily 100% hostile or like totally abrasive or call them a big booty Latina, even though that did work for me. Like, when we have on politicians, we need to hold them to a different standard than a person that's just a political commentator or a person that's a YouTuber or a podcaster. So for me, when I look at the opportunity that Tucker has in interviewing Nick Fuentes and Ted Cruz, well, Ted Cruz is a current senator that controls and actually makes decisions that affect Tucker's life. So you need to press that guy. Nick Fuentes is a guy that has a big following on a podcast. So you don't necessarily need to press him, because you're going to have an opportunity to talk to him more. So it's two different, it's apples and oranges. So I don't really like that comparison for the people that are saying, oh, well, he was harder on Ted Cruz than he was Nick Fuentes. Well, no shit, Sherlock. We should press our politicians harder in interviews than we do other podcasters or political commentators. It's just two different styles of interviews. So that's why I think that they're just so different. That's why Tucker had a different approach. And you know what? Maybe Tucker freaking likes Nick more than he likes Ted Cruz. And you know what? Maybe we can actually give a little respect to Nick and Tucker, because Nick went on a generational run attacking Tucker, and Tucker was able to be the bigger man or be an equal man and look past that. And Nick was able to look past some of the insults that Tucker, called him gay and said he was a Fed. So if these two men were able to look past that, but Ted Cruz and Seth Dillon and all these people just can't get over themselves. Like, Tucker and Nick can get over themselves. Why can't Ted Cruz get over himself? Why can't this next guy, James Lindsay, who I don't even really want to be mean to James Lindsay. I know like everybody hates James Lindsay, but I don't even really hate him or anything like that. I mean, sometimes he does stuff that's cringe. I'm sure I do too, but it's like, Israel's a conservative country. Israel's everything conservative Americans wish America was. And he's not wrong in the sense that, yeah, I wish we had free healthcare and free college here in America, just like they have in Israel. And Yeah, I don't want to be in the draft, though. In Israel, they have forced conscription where you have to go fight in the IDF. So there are some trade-offs. Obviously, that's probably why they get the free college and why they get the free health care, because they're forced to go into the military. So that's what they give. They give some of their time. They get that in return. We don't have to do that in America, so that's why they'll argue that we don't get those social services for free unless you're, eligible for them. My point is James Lindsay's not necessarily wrong that, like, if we had a truly conservative country that put their country first, Israel is a good shining example of a country that's Israel first. And America should probably take a page from Israel's book and become America first and worry about our own country and worry about our own border. Because if we took care of our border like Israel takes care of their border, we wouldn't have 10 million illegal immigrants stealing all of your jobs, making housing prices go up, and using social services to scam the EBT system to sell the food on the side, because you're seeing a lot of these mom and pop these pop-up cookouts. Have you seen that on Instagram, Tiny, where these people that just do the plates, they sell the plates?
Oh, yeah.
And I feel bad for these people, but now the plate business, I didn't realize was built on the back of EBT, and because the government shut down, which I want our people to have social services. I want the government to come back and give everybody back their EBT.
Me too.
I do. I'm just saying. But we didn't realize how many people relied on that to actually make a living in their business to cook it and stuff. So now, businesses are going, we don't even realize the social services are, it's a lot of water that lifts up a lot of ships, and people aren't having that. So people are struggling, and we're kind of seeing the effects. All right, guys, this is is this our last ad read of the show ever?
So we got 2 ad reads, and then
those are our last 2 ad reads ever on the Blade.
We might have one tomorrow. They said we have to redo one of them. I'm not really sure why.
For which company?
This one, Home Title Lock.
We like Home Title Lock. We don't mind doing a free one for them. Or redoing it, excuse me. Did I mess up? Was that the one where I was scrolling, or was I talking about something spicy?
I didn't ask.
All right, that's fine. Guys, if you're a homeowner, you need to listen to this right now. In today's AI and cyber world, scammers are stealing home titles, and your equity is the target. Here's how it works. Criminals forge your signature on one document, use a fake notary stamp, pay a small fee with your county, and just like that, your home title has been transferred out of your name. Then they take out loans using your equity or even sell your property, and you won't even know it until it's happened. Until you get a collection notice or foreclosure notice. So when's the last time you checked on your home title? If your answer is never, you need to do something about it right now. That's why I've partnered with Home Title Lock, so you can find out today if you're already a victim. Use my promo code ALEX at HometitleLock.com, and you'll get a free title history report and a free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring of your title, urgent alerts, standing changes, and if fraud does happen, they'll spend up to $1 million to fix it. Go to HometitleLock.com. Use promo code Alex. That's HometitleLock.com. Use that promo code Alex so they know I sent you. Oh, also, and I've been drinking, flying a spirit. I lost my job. I got the bottle. It can make me feel better. Some bourbons chase trends. Flying Ace chases legacy. This is straight bourbon the way it was meant to be. Bold, balanced, and unapologetically American. No gimmicks. No fluff, just real whiskey made for people who still believe in hard work and high standards and doing things the right way, damn it. They're winding down after a long day or raising a glass with good company. Flying Ace delivers every freaking time, and it's not about hype, it's about dang heritage and getting back to what bourbon was always supposed to be.
That's right.
And that sounds like your kind of poor. It's time to level up, son. Buy online at FlyingACespirits.com. Use the code PLACE for free shipping. FlyingACespirits.com. Don't get in your car and drive order. It's hot in here, Jimmy. Did they turn on the AC?
No.
There's no AC on? The whole show we've had no AC.
I'll burn it up.
Tiny, you okay? You were falling asleep a little bit.
Yeah, he's tired. He's been on a fucking red-eye flight, Jimmy. God, Jimmy, why do you make our guests so uncomfortable all the time?
You ain't lying. You messed up a wet dream.
I know, seriously. How can you do that, James?
I've been racist to 2 guests today.
How is that racist that he's falling asleep because black people sleep in class? How is that racist?
Brandon just told me I was racist, and I believe him.
Oh, my God. Okay, Jimmy, you're fired, but technically I'm fired, so I don't know. I guess we're all fired. Have you found out if you're losing your job, Jimmy?
I have not found out.
Well, and this is one thing. We're about to wrap up the show. I want to shout out, thank you, Tim Poole, for coming on. Everybody go follow my Mind of Stein channel. I'm about to apply for monetization on there. Also, I'm building a studio. We're going to have a reality TV online content studio in Dallas. So if you're in the Dallas area and you want to be on the podcast, hit me up. We're going to have open casting calls for the freakiest, geekiest mother truckers in the DFW area that want to become famous and hop on the blimp. We're going to have an opportunity with my new endeavor, my new project. And then I'm also co-hosting a show with Tim Pool called The Culture War. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, so that's exciting. So I do have a way to be successful. And let's not forget, I'm coming to a school near you. I will be at Rutgers University as well as University of Buffalo next week, November 3rd and 4th. So if you are in the tri-state area, I will be able to come see you in person next week. So it's not all doom and gloom, Tiny. We're gonna be able to. We're gonna be able to.
We're gonna be all right, man.
Make it work. Everything's gonna be okay.
You know it is. You know we do.
Everything's gonna be
sure it is.
okay. The
Sure
pimp
it
on a blimp is gonna be okay. We
You know
are.
it is.
We are going to be financially hurting for a minute, but we all are right now. We're all going through a recession, so it makes me, you know, it gives me hope that me lifting myself up, I'm going to put this country on my back. I'm going to put Tucker on my back, Nick Fuentes on my back. I'm going to go on the generational run. I'm going to save the conservative party. I'm going to bring Israel and Palestine together. I'm going to do it. I know a lot of people don't, they doubt me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring Muhammad and who's the Jewish leader? Moloch?
Miriam Adelson.
Miriam Adelson. Together. So we love you guys. We love Israel. And we end the show the same every time in that freestyle finale. So DJ, hit that beat.
DJ.
Yo, 3 shows left. Prime time 99 still is the best. I'm leaving the blaze one last time. I'm prime time Alex Stein. I'm always on your mind. You have to watch the blimp, cause you know we need that shrimp. Send a super chat, money in the back. You know I like all that. I need your support, cause I'm going to child support court, cause I owe my baby mama lots of money, cause I got her pregnant when we were in high school and I had to pay for her for another 7 years. So financially, I'm not doing well, but it's okay. Even though I don't work at the Blaze for very much longer, I work for you now. You are my boss. I love you. I expect a paycheck from you very soon. I love you guys. Peace and good night.
Peace, man. Take care. God bless you.